Immerse yourself in the profound insights offered by Father Chuck Belmonte as he delves into daily reflections on various gospel passages from the Bible.
What are the keys to overcoming temptation and growing in holiness? In the lives of many people, the path to holiness is marked by intense temptations. Far from weakening them, these struggles must become the very place where their faith is purified and strengthened. Holiness does not consist in the absence of temptations, but in remaining faithful in the midst of them. One point must be clear: victory is achieved through the cross. Inspired by Christ, one understands that suffering accepted with love is not a defeat, but a source of grace. Trials, interior or external, far from being an obstacle, become an opportunity for union with Jesus. Thus, one learns to see in pain a path of transformation, to the point of finding consolation in difficulties, understood as a participation in the life of Christ. Another fundamental principle is, one must not engage in dialogue with the enemy. Do not enter into dialogue with temptation. Allow me to repeat it. Have the courage to run away and the moral strength not to dally with your weakness or wonder how far you can go. Break off with no concessions. Temptation often presents itself through subtle reasoning that seeks to confuse us and weaken. Therefore, the response is not to debate, but to firmly reject it and trust fully in God. Trust in the power of the Lord and not in your own strength. One must not abandon the spiritual life when one experiences weakness or discouragement. After the initial enthusiasm, there began the doubts, hesitations, and fears. You are worried about your studies, your family, your financial situation, and above all, the thought that you are not up to it, that perhaps you are of no use, that you lack experience in life. I will give you a sure means of overcoming such fears, temptations coming from the devil or from your lack of generosity. Despise them, remove those recollections from your memory. The Master already preached this unequivocally 20 centuries ago. Don't look back. In the face of temptation or failure, the way forward is not to retreat, but to intensify prayer, sacrifice, and trust in God. This advice counters the temptation to give up when one feels fragile, reminding us that faithfulness in small things is key on the path to holiness. One must realize God's presence in the midst of trial. He is always in one's heart, silently sustaining us. Even when God seems absent, His presence acts in the innermost depths of the soul, giving strength to resist and overcome. Holiness is a path of struggle and love. Far from an idealized vision, holiness is a demanding path marked by struggle as well as by grace. Thus, one must not lose heart in the face of difficulties, but discover in them an opportunity to grow in love and fidelity to God. This lesson must remain alive. Victory does not lie in the absence of battles, but in remaining steadfast in Christ in the midst of them.
I would be delighted to extend an invitation to you once again tomorrow for another insightful reflection on the Gospel by Father Belmonte.